I've been a gardener a lot longer than I've been a chef. Ever since I can remember, I've always had a fascination of putting seeds in the ground and watching what happens. And in all my years of being a gardener, no one has ever asked me, how does this work? Nobody asks how it works because there's a general understanding that gardens grow. They don't work. And this has been an important distinction in my understanding of a life of prayer. Results come very differently from a plant than a machine. I no longer expect prayer to work, not because I don't believe in it, actually quite the opposite. I don't expect it to work because it's not mechanical. See, machines and mechanisms work, but organic processes like this, they grow. And that has changed my whole understanding of prayer. Recently, my oven went out, and I knew I had to either fix it or replace it. So I chose the latter. Went to the store, I bought a new one, I brought it home, took it out of the box, pulled the old one out of place, slid the new one in, hooked up the gas, the power cord, turned it on, and it worked. Great for ovens and machines. Not a good metaphor for prayer. So let's apply that same thought toward an apple tree. Let's say I want to grow apples this year. So I go to the nursery and I buy a tree and I bring it home and I dig a hole and I set it in place and I cover it up and I water it in, and tomorrow morning I come out expecting to find a bushel of apples. If I do that, I'm going to be very disappointed, in large part because I don't understand how apples are produced. Apples take time. They take patience. It takes about 4 to 5 years minimum before a tree starts to produce a harvest. And without that understanding, I might get really frustrated. And even worse, I might just give up altogether. I have found from my own life that often frustration leads from misunderstanding. And misunderstanding stems from having small words and limited language to express what you're feeling. And I think it is very important to understand the language that we've been handed as it comes to understanding prayer. Prayer is described as that thing that can move mountains. To do so, we've got to have a massive language to describe that. So if you are frustrated, my best advice is use different words.